This week, we see some new Packout, a pile of new tool reviews, and talk about tools using batteries from other brands. This is your Power Tool Week in Review. Today's episode is brought to you by Ohio Power Tool, Pro Tools, Pro Service at the best prices at ohiopowertool.com. And Skill, the tools to do the job, the technology to do it better. Welcome back, Power Tool fans. I'm Rob, and we've got a ton of awesome Power Tool news and reviews that you won't want to miss. Starting with Tim over at Shop Tool Reviews that got his hands on a unique Milwaukee Packout kit that a lot of you guys have been waiting for. This is the Milwaukee 106-piece Packout Mechanics tool set. Ever since Milwaukee's Packout system took off, fans have been asking them to offer them packed with tools, and these mechanics sets are some of the first. This set includes a complete set of SAE and metric 1/4 and 3/8 inch drive sockets, a 90-tooth ratchet for each one, and a few extensions. The sockets are the popular square design that won't roll off your table, which is nice, but the real feature here is the convenience of having it all laid out in a single low-profile Packout, which makes it super easy to take with you. But as Tim finds out, it's probably best not to mount it vertically. Now, of course, being Milwaukee, these tools are nothing but heavy duty, which includes the impact on your wallet. The set retails for $299, but as Tim points out, it's been seen for as little as $249 if you're willing to hunt around a bit. Considering the lifetime warranty, is it worth it? If you're already a Packout addict, I'm probably going to say yes. Stuart over at Tool Guide uncovered the Japanese reveal of the long-rumored Makita XGT Track Saw. The 36-volt LXT Track Saw has been an industry favorite for a while now, so ever since Makita announced that they'd be offering a completely different battery platform that's slightly better than their other platform, still trying to figure that out, we all assumed the saw was coming. The most interesting part, as Stuart found out, is that the new XGT version has a listed max RPM of only 4,900, which is 1,400 lower than its LXT sibling. Now, that's presumably a no-load number, leading Stuart and his commenters to speculate that maybe the motor is new and brings a higher torque rating, which may result in higher underload speeds. Of course, this also means you'll be using a single 40-volt battery instead of two bulky 18-volt, which would likely lead to shorter run times. But according to the press release, the XGT version will feature a 10% increase in cutting efficiency. We're going to have to wait for someone to test it themselves to know how exactly this will stand up to the LXT. The comments over at Tool Guide are full of some really fascinating theories, so I highly suggest you read the article. Robba over at Toolbox Buzz is testing the popular Metabo HPT platform again, this time putting their new trim router through its paces. At 10 to 30,000 RPM in both 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch collets, this trim router has quite a range. But at only 2.5 pounds, it's incredibly portable and offers a lot of precise control. The most significant feature on this guy is, of course, the Metabo HPT trio of power options, letting you choose between one of their lightweight 18-volt batteries, a larger multi-volt battery, or, in a pinch, even the AC adapter that'll let you plug it into the wall. Rob put it through all kinds of materials, including some mahogany, and was never left needing more power. It's not perfect. Rob had a few ergonomic issues, including accidental power button presses and a dust hood that was too easily pulled off, but overall, this router seemed to tick off just about every one of Rob's boxes. You can see the full video and a link to their article at Toolbox Buzz. More thunder from down under this week as the boys stayed up late and braved the Australian winter. Guys, it's summer, try to keep up. And finally put their Aussie paws on a Dewalt circular saw backed up with a Flexvolt Advantage power. If anyone can put this saw through its paces, it's Mike and Dwayne. They were using it for several different tasks, including using multiple cuts to get through some big 6x6 beams. But when the work was done, what did they think?
Cracking saw. I stick and love it. I'd use that all day, every day, and it might just be coming home with me.
Yeah, good stuff.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, so maybe someone needs to send them another one. Jim over at Philly Fix continued his Subcompact Showdown series this week with the Makita XGT 18 and the Metabo HTP. You know, Metabo HTP is showing up a lot more. I'm talking to Sarah. She's still not here, which means I'm talking to myself. Not sure I'm going to make it, guys. Anyways, Jim ran these two through his typical screw and lag bolt test, drilled a bunch of big holes and $3 grand worth of 2x4s, and eventually gives us numbers for both and compares his experience to the Ryobi and Ridgid he tested previously. Jim still has two more subcompacts to test, being a Milwaukee and Dewalt, so be sure to get over there and subscribe so you don't miss it. Over at Man Caver Tools, Dave decided to take two popular middleweight brothers from, well, the same mother, and put them to the test, including the new Ryobi 1+ HP Impact against the now defunct Ridgid Octane, both using their 21700 cells to push their brands into power territory previously out of reach. And as I mentioned, both Orange Ridgid and Ryobi are owned by TTI, so this is more of a family feud than it is an all-out brawl. But after Dave puts them through his typical run of tests, he feels the Ryobi does a slightly better job, which may be why Ridgid bailed on Octane a few months back. This matchup has led to some really fun comments, so be sure to leave your 2 cents after you watch the full review. Old Red is back with a hot tip for tool fans. This time, after stealing his share of picnic baskets, he spent some time browsing the web and found a cool website that lists used work trucks and vans. We're talking old Mack tool trucks, Snap-on vans, which, as Red points out,
you could scare lots of people pulling up with that thing. Think you're coming for your payments.
That one's gonna hurt a few of you, I can feel it. Some of these guys may not pass emissions requirements if you plan to use it commercially, but if you're looking for a project build, maybe make a cool camper, these would be a ton of fun. Some are as cheap as a few $1,000s, while the bear finds a few cool Peterbilts that are well into 6-figure territory, but still a good deal. For Tool Talk this week, I want to talk about some news that came out of Germany this month, where the Bosch 18-volt battery platform has been open to other manufacturers for some time now. The news? Fine has joined the professional 18-volt system. Of the 10 brands now using Bosch's batteries in Europe, Fine is likely the only one you'll recognize here in the States. Now, while Fine and Bosch USA haven't announced anything yet, a Fine rep confirmed that it would be coming to the States in the near future. So what? Well, if you look closer, there are more than a few brands that are opening up their battery platforms to third parties. Makita 18 volts are used by Greenlee, Hogan, and Ridgid Plumbing. Metabo's Cordless Alliance includes brands like Mafel and 21 other European brands. Dewalt batteries are found on Klein, Graco, Mac Tools, and Enerpac. Even Milwaukee batteries have found homes on the likes of Southwire and SPX Power Team tools. Which leads us to the question, why isn't there a universal battery platform? Of course, you'd be tempted to just say money. Brands like to get paid for their batteries too, but it's a lot more complicated than that. Sure, there are benefits to be built into a close relationship between battery development and the technology and the tools, but you'd also have to consider the cost. Let's say you build a new battery platform and open it up to everyone. First of all, developing truly advanced battery tech is wildly expensive. Assuming you make even a decent one, how do you convince companies to jump ship and climb on board? And with such a wide range of power needs from simple drills to concrete saws, how do you support such a wide variety of batteries? Personally, I see no way of convincing Milwaukee to screw their current customers and join the Rob battery platform. So why would you even try? Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, guys, I know you're watching this just after 5 o'clock on Friday, but I'm recording this all the way back on Wednesday. And as of this moment, we are at 99,700 subscribers, which means that we may just hit 100,000 subscribers by the time you're watching this. Whether we have or not, once again, thank you guys so much for supporting us and helping us grow to this crazy number. We talked previously about having a 100,000 subscriber celebration in a live event on YouTube, and we are still planning that for as soon as Sarah comes back from maternity leave. We're gonna have a ton of giveaways. We're gonna play a whole bunch of live games. It's gonna be great and you won't wanna miss it, so get subscribed so you don't. Last week, Dewalt announced an entirely new circular saw many of us were waiting for, which you can watch right here on our channel. I want to thank Skill and Ohio Power Tool for sponsoring this episode, guys. We couldn't do it without you. If you liked this episode, give it a thumbs up, and if you loved it, we hope that you subscribe. Have a safe weekend, and I'll see you next week.